Hey family, I'm Stephanie Wade. How y'all doing this morning? No matter where you are in the world, I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. I'm doing this video today just as a commentary on how I feel about what happened in Galveston on the 19th of June in 1865. I was at the concert celebration yesterday, and I actually was able to drop in on a reenactment of the reading of General Order Number 3 by some actors cosplaying Union soldiers, y'all. And this is what they had to say. General Order Number 3. The people are informed in accordance with the proclamation from the executive of the United States. All slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and a connection hitherto existing between both of them become that between employer and hired labor. The freed are advised to remain in their present home and work for wages. Let me repeat that. There's a but to the freedom. Remember the freedom that said, the people are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and connection hitherto existing between them become that between employer and hired labor. The freed are advised to remain at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts, and that they will not be supported in idleness either, there or elsewhere. So guys, I bet they was like sitting or standing, looking at each other, wondering, what did he say? Looking at each other, like wanting to know if they was free or not. Because to me, free, if you have equality, it comes without advisements. If you truly free, you just free to be, even if you want to be out of here. But to be advised to stay put, like kids say, I'm sure a lot of them were confused. And the reason why I say a lot of them was confused is because even though I'm a BOI, y'all, my relatives on my mama's side came from Louisiana. And I really didn't know my daddy's people, so I can't really speak for them. But can you imagine how confused you would be that you still had to work for the person who more than likely knew that you were free for 2 years and didn't pay you and didn't let you go And now, after they brought the colored troops here, so it would be safe to tell you this in case any riots broke out. And then tell you, don't go around the places where the soldiers are, because they can't really save you. They not really there for that. So you'll be thinking, well, why are you here? If you're not here to give me safe passage out of here, I will feel trapped anyway, y'all. So I can't imagine how they must have felt. So confused. Maybe they started celebrating after that, y'all, you know. And once they started doing the commemorations just to honor the people who died so that they would be free, and the colored troops and all that helped them to know that finally, better late than never, somewhat free. Somewhat free. Y'all, there's a lots of people on videos now trying still to compare themselves to our poor ancestors who was working for nothing, y'all. And then when they finally was supposed set free, they were still advised to stay yourself where you are and work for the people who used to be your masters. We have an absolute equality mirror in Galveston. But I bet they didn't feel so equal at that time. As high as an equal gonna tell another equal what to do. You just stay where you at. It's sad, y'all. I didn't grow up celebrating on 19th of June. I didn't know anything about it. When I did ask my grandmother about it, she said, well, I just know that's when the colored people. She talking about the colored people in Texas because she was from Louisiana. She said she know they drank red soda water and ate watermelon. That's all she knew about it. You know, because in Louisiana, they probably still was slaves for a while yet. But y'all, it's just something to think about. And I don't understand how people can dare to compare themselves to the ancestors or say that they're not free. That's not true. If we just know our history, surely you can say that you don't feel like you have as much power as you want. But that's up to you to go out there and get it. You have to decide what do you want and figure out what do you need to do to get it. If you're willing to pay the price to get it. Because everything comes with a cost, y'all. Everything comes with a cost. Even so-called freedoms. Lots of times people give up the so-called freedoms in exchange for what they think of as security. Because even people now, all on the internet also, talking about retiring in other places other than where they're living right now. And then they say, well, to make sure that you're not taken advantage of by the natives, you can come and stay in our community if you want, and you can talk to my guy, and we'll hook you up. We'll build you a house for less money than you pay for in whatever country you're coming from. And you can live like a royalty, you know, or in luxury. You don't have to go to a nursing home. You can get good help here. And you know they're implying that it's good, cheap help here. And when you hear people say that, you think that they're not caring anything about the people in the places that they're talking about retiring. They're just talking about their own conveniences. Talk about how the place is nice and how the view looks, but not really the interaction with the people other than the servants. I don't really interact with that child because I'm really not a fan of gated communities, nor am I a fan of separatism. That why would I move to another country just to be in a little separate area like a little amusement park? I don't want to go to the amusement park for old people. I'm not interested, y'all. Just so I could feel safe. I'll feel like I'm locked up and they won't let me out. Because I would have given them all my savings for that golden house in that gated community. Where if I felt that I left the community, somebody would be cheating me because they charged me a couple of cents more than a local person who earns $1 to $2 a day maximum. How could I compare myself to somebody who didn't hardly make anything per day? If all things were equal, then that person wouldn't be making such little pay. But some people don't really believe in any absolute equality. That's why when the people said absolute equality to the enslaved Africans, they didn't really mean that. Because if they meant that, they would have never advised them to stay put and threatened them against idleness and then tell them not to collect around military posts. But that's just my thoughts, y'all. What do y'all think? Let me know down below. Is absolutely everything ever gonna be equal, or is it just a dream? It's absolute equality, an absolute joke. Was it a joke on the ancestors? They still had to wait till believe the 14th Amendment, but don't hold me to that, to be officially freed. But y'all, I'm free because I free your mind, and what else will follow? The freedom of heaven is within. But that's just my thoughts. Subscribe to my channel, y'all, to get more original content. Comment, like, share, give me a thumbs up. Peace, peace, power to the people. I'm out, y'all. Bye.